Yeah, so Envoy AI Gateway allows you to be able to run cross cloud, like hybrid cloud, and that's one of the big features and one of the reasons that the problem arose as well is because all of these different cloud providers have different ways of accessing their system. But yeah, I mean, KServe itself is similar to something like SageMaker, Google Vertex. If you, and in cloud, you can definitely run KServe as well if you want to manage your own inference services. I mean, it's definitely helpful if you don't want to use one of these cloud providers. If you want to maybe, if you're worried about cost savings and you want to manage something yourself, a lot of people can use it on cloud as well. But I mean, also there are these products for inference, running inference services that are also very similar, that have the same
Yeah.
goal.
So the Envoy AI Gateway is and just stick with me here because I know I'm a little slow on it, but
No,
it's
no, you're good.
first time I'm really digging into it, and I really like these AI gateways. It's not the first time that I've heard of it, but I do find that it is a problem folks have, especially when you get rate limited so easily. If you're using external services, you wanna have some kind of a fallback plan, and so it's almost like Envoy AI Gateway is an abstraction out, and you can throw whatever endpoint you need underneath that. So whether you're using a SageMaker endpoint or a Vertex endpoint or a KServe endpoint, you can link those all up to the Envoy AI Gateway, and it will figure out where the request needs to go depending on what it is.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it has a unified API where you can easily specify, what you need to do, and it'll auto route for you, which is great. It's all about just making it easier to run and easier to manage. And yeah, you start to see patterns. Like I said, everything's kind of starting to be built on top of Kubernetes and built on top of these other tools, all with the goal to just make it easier to run and not have to worry about the infrastructure so much. I mean, there are a lot of also really cool or really interesting problems brought on by these large language models and Gen AI systems as well. The model sizes are so large that downloading the model takes a long time as well. So one interesting problem that KServe is starting to work on is the model cache, being able to cache models and not have to download them every time a pod starts up for every pod. So that's something like little things also that will be super helpful, like working on GPU utilization as well, of course, because GPUs right now are resource limited. So a lot of these issues around running and getting enterprise AI up and running, being useful and being optimized is something that we're definitely working on.